What do you think of Ireland?
Yeah, it's fun. It's been fun. Yeah, I've been here since Wednesday. It's cold as all hell though. Y'all need to get another. Y'all need to get another sun. You know.
Troy's cold too, though.
Yeah, but I train in Vegas, so you know, as soon as I was of age, as soon as I had a little bit of money of age, I'm like, let me get the fuck away from this cold. You know, first thing I did.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Kevin, you seem like you're really embracing the heel character. Do you care what people think of you?
No, you know, you can call it what you want, you know, it's just me being real. If you go back and you watch my interviews from when I was still a kid in college, still, you know, an amateur fighter, I was the same way. So, you know, it's just more the people get to know me, you know, the more I'll be me. I just don't give a fuck about it, you know, I just don't give a fuck what people think. You know, that's just kind of the way I grew up. So, you know, if they want to pay me that, whatever, they saying I'm that now because we're in Ireland, but we go to Detroit, I'll be the hero. So, you know, it depends on who you asking.
And obviously you knew Conor McGregor was going to be in attendance, so you called him out there in the octagon. What was it that you said? We didn't catch all of it.
I actually didn't know that. It was a year. Oh, damn, I would have jumped the cage.
Oh.
Well, he was here. He had to be front row, huh? Damn, they all all Irish guys look alike, you know? I wish I would have known. Somebody could have told me, you know? They all just red beards and bald heads to me, so, you know, it was, you know, he's the champ in this division now. I said it a while ago, you know, I'll be the champ. He's 28, I'm 24. He ain't got nothing but some years on me, so, you know, I've got the skill, I've got, you know, I think after his last fight, he said you gotta have some height, some reach, some weight, you know. I'm 195 pounds outside the fight, you know. 77-inch reach, 5'10", a hell of a wrestler. So, you know, this fight was about showcasing that I'm the best wrestler in this division. You know, as fighting one of these Russians, these Dagestanian kids, everybody think Khabib is the best wrestler, but you know, this is good old-fashioned American wrestling. You know, this ain't that Sambo bullshit. You know, if you want to go out there, me and Khabib, no punches thrown, I'll tech fall him. 15-0. I keep taking him down. He won't do a damn thing about it. So, you know, I'm just re-showing everybody what I'm made of.
And obviously you said some things about Eddie Alvarez as well. How far away do you think you are from getting a title shot?
You know, man, I'm trying to fight one of these contenders. I'm realistic in this. You know, this is my 9th fight in the UFC. I'm 24. Not many people have done that. I can only think of 1 or 2 that if you match that kind of consistency and that kind of work pace. You know, so I'm trying to fight some of these contenders. I've been calling out everybody. You know, I called out Khabib in March. You know, I called out Eddie in, you know, last year. You know, I called out, you know, I wanted to fight Ferguson in July. I've been asking to fight all these dudes. Nobody's asking to fight me. This is the only kid that ever called me out. I gave him his wrist, so I'm waiting on one of these contenders to step up, give my name to Sean, and see what he says.
Do you think Khabib will take it now? Is it a fair fight? Like, because he's after winning last week, he says he doesn't want to fight again unless it's for a title. You're coming in here with hype and actively calling him out.
You know, that ain't my job. You know, I'm the fighter. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight him. You know, if he wants to play the political role, you know, the man's only fought twice in what, 5 years. I've had 9 fights in that time. So, you know, yeah, he's gonna play that. He's gonna play the politics. I'm not here to politic. He'll sit on the sideline. You know, he'll pull like you know, one of these dudes that'll sit on the sideline for a year hoping for a title shot. I'm out there to make the money. You know, I'm more the Tony Ferguson route. Let's fucking fight. Let's throw down on the way to the title. You know, I'll fight all these dudes. I'll fight top contender at the top contender before getting the title shot. So, you know, that's where my mindset is at. He's out here to play politics. I ain't with none of that.
You're calling out everyone. You've had a lot of fights in a very short space of time in the UFC. How quickly do you want to get back in? And is there anyone in particular who you want to get? Some top 10, top 5?
Yeah, you know, like I said, I'm realistic. So you know, this was a fight in Belfast. You know, neither one of us are from Ireland, me or the opponent. You know, this was just a fight about me and to show where my mindset is at. You know, I already knew this wasn't you know, this isn't a fight that's going to be for the #1 contender. I knew that going in. This is a fight that's going to build to that. So, I don't know. You know, this division changes so much. It's so hard to say who's going to be on top, who's going to be on, you know, this division, the top 20 guys can all be champion one time. So, you know, I'm looking for a right fight. As soon as the holidays are over, we can throw down again. You know, I'm consistent. I'll fight again 4 times next year. It doesn't matter against who, as long as it's time to fight some contenders.
some of those leg kicks that he was throwing at the very start of the fight, sorry, body kicks, they sounded pretty bad. How were they?
Yeah, the kid can throw. The kid can throw hard. He's got that power striker style. The first body kick did hurt. He throws hard. He's not one of these taekwondo dudes that just throw for flash. He came out. I even blocked it. It went to my elbow and then hit the body. But I'm tough. I could take it. So the kid's strong. He like all these fights that I've been having. I fought Michel Prazeres when he was 18-1. Now he's starting to be a top contender. You see him beating the hell out. He just beat the hell out of Gilbert Burns. I fought James Mutasari, one of the best. Jake Matthews next week is going to fight in a co-main event, and I just fought him. So I'm fighting all these guys when they only got, this was only this kid's third UFC fight. In a couple years, he's going to be a top contender. These guys that I'm fighting right now are contenders. People just don't know them, Just because a guy has a lot of UFC fights doesn't mean that he's the top fighter. This guy was a top fighter in the world. People just don't know it. You give him 5-6 more fights, he's gonna be a top contender. So I'm not doing the Khabib route. I'm not politicking it. They giving me these guys' names, I'm taking them out. Whether they're name value or not, they still got the skills to win.
The thing is that you're all going to have to fight each other anyway. The 55 division is probably the toughest in the UFC. So you're all going to fight at one point, and why not just do it now?
And all these guys are scared. That's what it is. They scared. They want to politic their way to the top. They want to talk their way to the top. I might talk a lot, but I'm fighting still, I'm still getting in there. I'm still throwing down with guys like this who nobody knows this kid. If I would have lost to this kid tonight, everybody would have said, oh, Kevin's done. Kevin was never, he was a never been, But I'm still going out there and I'm fighting him. He's tough as fuck and nobody knows him. He's just as tough. He kicks just as hard, hits just as hard as a guy like Edson Barboza. The only thing is you just don't know his name. So I'm not afraid to fight anybody.
You said Eddie Alvarez was an embarrassment, his title. Title defense against Conor McGregor. That's obviously something you've pitched for. Do you regret making those comments now?
No, he did. He embarrassed the entire division. You let this fucking Irishman 145er come up and wreck you like that. Like, I didn't understand it. I think even Eddie, if you ask him, he'll say the same thing. That was an embarrassing performance, and it embarrassed all of us. It made the 55ers look like we can't. Get the fuck out of here with that. It's he got a good fight in Eddie. Eddie fought him the right way. And now he's got the guy, this little skinny Irish dude walking around with his chest puffed out like he's, like he's a man. So, fuck out of here with that,
You're saying that Eddie was an embarrassment. Do you think that is because Conor made it was too easy for Conor, or do you think Conor's not good enough to be the lightweight champ and won't be there for long?
Look, it's nothing special about it, If you go out there and Conor, you have to be realistic for one. Conor's a great counter striker. He's got great timing, and he hits like a motherfucker. So if you overlook those three things, he's gonna wreck you. If I go out there and I fight him the same way, he's gonna wreck me. Like I gotta be realistic about that. And I think, like I said, if you ask Eddie, if you ask his coach will tell you that Eddie ain't do that right. To beat a counter striker, it's done history time and time again. Connor's not the fastest, the biggest. Yeah, his fans might want you to think that, but there's been so many counter fighters. You feint him out, you back him up so he can't throw those kicks. You throw half committed shots. You don't lunge in there with a power strike. It just don't make sense. You're gonna get knocked out 10 times out of 10 when you fight somebody that can hit that hard and got that kind of timing. I'll take him out and I'll put him on his back, and ain't no timing off your back, ain't no left hand off your back. That's for damn sure. So you just got to come up with the right game plan, just like anybody. If I would have went out here and tried to power strike with this kid would have knocked me out. If you go out there with Barboza and you try and swing with him left foot for left foot, he's gonna knock you out. So you just got to fight everybody the right way. This is 155. This is the best division. This isn't heavyweight where you can just come out, throw a couple strikes, cross your fingers and hope to win. You got to come out with the right game plan and stick to it in order to be a champion.
I don't think there's anywhere in the world you can go without finding McGregor fans. You've probably pissed off a good few people here tonight and around. So what's the plan for tonight? You got to beef up security, or
I'm going straight to the club. I'm gonna be on the dance floor with the rest of them. They'll throw me in the air, up and down. I'm gonna walk around here with my chest puffed out for a few days. I've been here since Wednesday. Ain't nobody said a damn thing to me, so I don't give a fuck. People have been telling me this. I heard somebody say that they're like, oh, if you go to Dublin, you can't walk around at night. I don't give a fuck about Dublin. I'm from Detroit. We walk around at night all blacked out. If I was in Detroit or Chicago or something like that, maybe the favelas in Brazil, maybe I might be worried. But I give a fuck about these drunk Irish dudes. You push the forehead, they fall down. They're already halfway drunk as it is, so I don't care.
Kevin, realistically, the way the UFC you know, they make their matches. It's normally, for a guy like you, they'll match up against a 10 to 15, or you must have one name that you want to call out in that bracket between rank 10 and 15.
You know, for me, I've been calling out Al. I've been calling out Al for half a year. You know, he's got his own thing going on. 10 to 15, I don't even know. You know, it's hard. This division fluctuates so much. You know, we could all be 10 or 15. You know, I could be 10 or 15. I don't give a fuck about 10 or 15. I'm more so worried about the top 5 guys. You know, top 2, top 3. That's kind of where I'm looking at. 10 or 15. You know, you got guys like, I don't even know, is Chiesa one of the 10 or 15? You know, like, you know, you got guys like that is, you know, those are interchangeable. You know, if they want to throw me against a fight like that, okay, but that's just as tough. I mean, this kid could have been number 10 easily. You know, the last kid I fought, Jake Matthews, could have been number 10 easily. So I don't really care about 10, 15. They could throw me in there. You know, it really don't give a fuck. I care about the top 2, top 3, something that's gonna give me a number 1 contender fight, or just throw me in a contender. Let's fuck it. I'll jump the line. How about that?
He might be coming off the loss, but I think